All right. Welcome to Fables and Fairies. I'm a fairy. We tell fables, stories. Sometimes they're happy, sometimes they're sad. We'll get to that. Um, but hello and welcome. Usual announcements before we dive into things. First of all, due to technical limitations and our scheduling conflicts, as always, we are speaking to you from the future because we do have to pre-record. So we haven't yet figured out the transdimensional timeline, but we love to see folks in chat. I, of course, am there in chat live. Sometimes the players are as well. So say hey, and hopefully you're having a good time. Speaking of the chat, it is a loving queer community of acceptance, so zero tolerance policy there for any forms of racism, sexism, bigotry, other sort of nastiness. Behave yourself and consider yourselves warned. In addition, of course, usual Twitch sort of chat rules, English only so that we can understand what's being said, no excessive symbols or links or any of that sort of stuff. And if anything goes awry, Nightbot is going to have a word with you. So, you're warned. And we do, of course, love having the live viewers, but if you are watching us on Twitch VOD or on demand on YouTube as well, where the backlogged episodes are, we are very happy to have you. Hopefully you can maybe join us live, but if not, enjoy us here in this always available format. And I think that pretty much covers that. Anyone else have announcements or things that they're up to?
I got a new table this week.
Yeah! So
Very
exciting.
cool.
It's good
I stopped
stuff.
sleeping this week.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say we have quite. You guys might have noticed we have quite the rejiggering, or not rejiggering, but everyone is in very different locations. We've got Tally, coming out of a hotel room. We've got Zokar coming out of a friend's place, traveling. So everyone is starting to do fun, exciting things. I am also a little zonked and crazy because I just started a brand new actual 9 to 5 job this week. So that's been super exciting, but stressful.
So you know, distinct lack of meowing from my camera.
I was gonna say we don't have actual Sophie.
Our mascot is gone.
Oh no, you guys are gonna all roll ones.
Oh no! I'll have her shipped here immediately.
Right? Also, I can't tell if RJ is displeased with this development or if he froze. It seems like he may have frozen. Oh, he's catching back up.
Uh,
Can't hear you, RJ.
We can't hear you, RJ.
He's fixing it. There he is.
Yay.
All right.
Woohoo! All right, and we're back. See, technical difficulties, folks. This is one of the reasons we pre-record, because then we can just snip out the problems, but be transparent that they happened. So, I guess without further ado, it's time for us to dive back in. And previously on D&D, the party had received, our Candlekeep Outsource Commission had received their latest assignment to deal with the seemingly perennial issues of the Book of the Raven, a strange tome that arrived in Candlekeep, delivered by Raven, and every decade it kind of goes a little nuts and drives everyone in Candlekeep absolutely bonkers. So now that they have someone to take care of it, you have been assigned to the task to make your way to Candlekeep's annex, located, or I should say presently located in Mirabar, which coincidentally is near to the place that this Book of the Raven seems to reference in its past history. You explored about the city, enjoying dwarven drink and fine dining establishments or hotel restaurants, define as you wish, and gathering information about the strange history of the Chalet Brantifax that seems to feature prominently within the Book of the Raven itself, or I should say, at least as a marked location upon its map. And with some mixed omens of the journey to come, the party rested up in their luxurious hotel and set out the next morning to make their way through the Lurkwood and seek out Chalet Brantifax.
Um, My Drake is with me, by the way. Just so we're clear, you know.
Very good. All right. Is there anything needing to be done first thing in the morning? Any last minute preparations or purchases? Or are you just sort of heading out and taking
And
that?
I want to make sure we've got, provisions for as long as we expect this to take. I think it was like 4 days out and back or something.
Yep.
Sounds right.
All right. Grab the needful and get ready to leave first thing in the morning.
Very good. All right, easily done there. They can be purchased at your typical sort of market price, however much you might want to buy for each of yourselves, and be prepared. Actually, that is a valid point. What is your plan of travel methods? Are you going on foot through the forest? Are you trying to procure mounts of any sort?
I
Can
say
we
we just go on
say-
foot.
Yeah, let's go on foot.
Yeah, because it sounds like we're going to be going through like a swamp or a moor, and into the mountains. Just not great for.
And I believe it was like 4 days on foot is what
Yeah.
was said, right?
Yeah. Very good. All right. Well, then, as you make your exit by dawn's early light, the crisp early spring air of this northern locale biting at your ear tips and what have you, you make your way out of Mirabar through the surrounding, farm fields that are present in the immediate vicinity, folks already starting to go about their day in the more rural areas that support Mirabar. And pretty quickly, you pass out of that sort of agrarian ring and find yourselves on the outskirts of the Lurkwood, a very old, gnarled, even at this early state of spring, still surprisingly verdant, and many of the leaves have budded out, and despite the early element of the season, it is a very dark green coloration to these leaves, and as you find yourselves passing under the branches, you are already starting to lose some of that dawn light as things become very murky and lurky.
Cool. I don't remember my ability to see or if I have any special light or.
Sadly, we do not, despite the fact they have in every previous edition. Have dark vision.
I feel like we have enough abilities that maybe we'll make do. We're clearly the MVPs of this party, obviously.
100%.
Obviously. It's good that you think that.
It is good that we think true things. That is a great summation of the current status.
I prefer it when you think true things. If only you were thinking them now.
Fair.
Well, off we go. We're marching. We're walking.
We're going to the Path of Elk, I believe.
I don't know. You tell me.
Right. Daisy's sounded nice, but apparently is treacherous.
Yeah. No, that's the path the narrator of the book took. That's the path that I think our friends in town said would be best. So, Path of Elk.
All right. Very good. Are there any? What is the approach? Are you trying to move at a fast pace? Are you trying to keep an eye out for things? Are you moving stealthily? What's sort of the travel sequence there?
An artificer arrives exactly when he means to. A pace that suggests that.
No stealth, in other words.
Yeah. I mean,
Normal walking speed.
exactly.
Yeah.
A pace suitable for a hike that is going to last 4 days.
Fair. All right. Well, then, if someone wishes to take the lead on a general survival check, they may do so.
I am happy to. As the ranger, hopefully I don't suck. I didn't suck. It's 23.
All right. Very good. Zokar, was there a particular reason for Arcana, or were you just testing
I'm
things?
trying to make sure that it's working. Sorry, like
Gotcha.
I said, working.
Mine is
It's never had any shit
Hold
set
on,
up.
let me see if I can make mine work. But
Mhm.
anyway, continue. I got a 23.
Yeah. No, you're all good. You're all good. Okay, very good. Well, as you are, keeping up a steady pace, you're not going to any motions to hide, so it's pretty easy passage. You do keep a keen eye out for the activities of the forest, and things are not entirely as you might expect. Already, the first half of the day goes normally, but something continues to sort of nag at you as you travel, and you're noticing that, given the early nature of the season, the foliage cover shouldn't be quite so thick, the shadows a little bit clinging, and it just sort of puts you on edge that something is not entirely natural to the season right now. Nothing specific that gives you cause for immediate alarm. There is animal life. It's not that sort of like, oh, we're being stalked by something, everything's gone quiet. It's not quite like that, but you roll, high enough to discern that things are not quite typical.
The forest left its Christmas decorations up too long.
Sure.
Something is not quite of the season.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's be on guard. Now I will actually summon my Drake. I was kidding before, but
Fair enough. Fair enough.
now there's a small black thing walking along beside me.
All right.
With all of this sense that something's not right and like the shadow of it all, is there, for those of us who are not, for those of us who've been to other planes, is there any indication that this might be some sort of like Shadowfell convergency type place?
Sure. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
I rolled 3 already.
This is true. I'll
Re-roll it. If you'd rolled a 1, you wouldn't have wanted to.
unlike on my home computer, it doesn't make a sound, which is like, I don't know if it's working or not.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
So 18 is probably fine.
yeah. It's hard to be certain. There is certainly, you can kind of pick up on the same sort of thing that Tally is noticing of there's kind of a tension in the air, even from a magical perspective. And you can't quite pin down a particular source. It could be consistent with elements of the Shadowfell. It could be consistent with, certain layers of the abyss, dark, insidious layers of the abyss. Or it could just be an energy thing. It could be a suffusion of undeath or necrotic energy that's just of this world. But there's definitely something magical that's just sort of on the tip of your tongue.
So I don't have a sense of it, but I also don't have a sense that things are normal.
Right.
Would be the first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can I investigate like the bark of some trees, maybe pick up some like leaves, check out some plants on the ground?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a nature check. All right.
Very good.
As, with these cues from your compatriots to be looking out for these particular details, you, pardon me, look for closer detail. And you do notice signs that though there is the appearance of this lush canopy, some of the trees and underbrush is not consistent with that level of growth. There is a blackening, a necrosis in a few places. Like there is small touches of disease here and there. Not widespread. It's just like, there's a branch where the bark has started to curl and turn black. There's, a mulberry bush that the berries have, bloomed early and turned black. Just in a few select places that are subtle enough to escape immediate detection.
Interesting.
I don't like this at all, but I guess we just keep going. I don't really have anything else to do.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Very good. Well, as you continue, you find, other than these unsettling revelations, your day is uneventful otherwise, and you, in the course of your travel, as the light is starting to fade, find a suitable place to make a camp for the evening, and you may take whatever preparations and plans you wish for your night.
Well, we should set watches for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Have we seen any signs of like wildlife? We've seen a lot of like plants and foliage that looks out of place. What about creatures and such like?
There is definitely bird song present. You know, birds flit back and forth. Once in a while, you see a squirrel. You don't see anything especially large. You know, nothing like a deer or fox or anything like that. If they are present, they seem to be aware of you and keeping their distance.
Does the squirrel look oddly mangy or partially dead?
Yeah, there is, you know, you spot one squirrel that sort of perches up on a branch and sort of like like it holds its tail and sort of like rings at its tail, and it does look kind of mangy.
It's like half its skull, like half its face, just a skull.
No, it doesn't look undead, but it looks mangy. It just
Well,
sort
I'm
of
not eating that.
It just had a rough night, guys.
yeah.
Did we
I-
notice that when we first entered this forest, was this present the whole time, or does it seem to be increasing as we go further?
It certainly has become more noticeable as you went from like afternoon into evening.
Well, I'm unsettled, but I don't think there's anything I can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Yeah, set good watches and make sure we're alert.
Very good.
I will take the last watch. I will cook us a hearty breakfast to fortify ourselves for whatever forest nonsense lies ahead.
I'm just pissed I couldn't eat that squirrel.
Very
We'll be eating that squirrel. And with that, I will grab the squirrel in my mind
No,
grip.
it's partially dead. No, I don't want to eat the squirrel.
The squirrel has been decaying and brining, and we will continue this process and highlight its great flavor.
Oh, goodness.
I don't like anything you just said.
Yeah, I don't like any of this. Okay. I will take.
I specifically bought rations to avoid
Yeah, me
this
too. I'm fine.
eating
I
partially dead
ration.
squirrels.
I was under the impression that you all preferred your meat to be dead. I could not cook it, and you could eat it alive if you preferred.
I think we just prefer it a little more fresh.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go that.
Fresher than what?
Than
Not
mangy.
necrotic.
Your ways are very strange.
Us primies are weird.
Mm.
I know. Heck, if we don't want to eat rotten meat.
What's he been putting in all the rest of these hors d'oeuvres?
Mm.
Your rations contain jerky. What is that if not rotted meat? I don't.
In any event, I'll take the first watch, everyone.
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll a perception check as camp is being made and people are turning in for the night.
This might even work. Hold on. Hold on. Oh boy. Here we go. Let's see. Oh. Did it work?
Yes.
Yay!
It did.
All right. Very good.
Oh,
So,
miracle.
as camp is being set and people gradually start to turn in for the night, you position yourself near the fire and actually, let's go ahead and do one of these things.
But why?
'Cause, you know, we can be around the campfire.
What are we doing? What things are
what
you
if-
doing?
What are the chances they'll be attacked? I mean, it's a safe
No,
place.
I mean it's just a dark necrotic woods with the DM rolling dice. Can't possibly be attacked. I rolled an 18.
is the number? It is a good number. Is it a great number?
No, just a good.
Fine.
It's
Gosh.
pretty good.
It's an adequate number. We might see them coming before they kill us.
All right. Well then. Wait a minute. Did I? Yeah, that should be cool. Okay. Roll 20. So, Tally, as you are having everyone settling in for the night, making themselves comfortable around the slowly dying campfire, just the faint little embers glowing there as things die down and people tuck in for the night. You see the sort of, in your dark vision as well, the shadow sort of magnified out, stretching out through the trees in that grayscale vision of the night. And you notice nothing that catches your attention.
How lovely.
Second watch.
Oh, I wanted to, before I go to bed, set my armor. I think it's 25 feet away from the most of the camp, and then use my little artificer first level doohickey to enchant it so that if anyone comes within the whatever the feat is of it, can give me a second, I'll look it up. It to be like, halt, who goes there? In like a really authoritative, scary.
Excellent, excellent. All right, very good.
I just envision every squirrel in the forest tripping their armor.
Oh, who goes there? I guess I'll go next.
Okay.
Can I also like be more sneaky with this?
Sure.
So I'll do. You said perception
Whoopsie.
and stealth. Wow.
Well then.
There's no place to hide out here, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Azure, as you very, very studiously and carefully slink into your tent and wrap the tent flaps around you as you just stick your head out like this.
No one will expect that.
No one will expect it. You keep a very keen eye out in the night as the embers of the fire continue to die. You have the benefit of your dark vision to look out in that space. You do not notice anything. Third watch.
I'll take third watch.
Okay.
But as I'm passing, as is kind of passing the baton to me, I kind of want to do like a self check, like how am I feeling? I want to look at maybe like we've been out in this weird necrotic forest for a while that things are like dying and blighted. So I just want to check in on us, kind of
Okay.
medically, health wise.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're proficient with medicine, you could roll that.
Not
Or
proficient, but I
am.
okay.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. Maybe you ask me and I can do it for you.
Yeah, like how are we feeling? Let's do a body scan.
Yeah. Check for ticks.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Everyone's fine. It's
Get
fine.
out the rolls, the bad rolls right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, okay. Okay. Maybe it's just my anxiety about the situation.
Yeah, I think
I
once
feel
you get like a good
feel
night's
things
sleep,
are off.
I'll go crawl back into my tent,
Good. All right, Salva, go ahead and roll perception for the third watch. Oh. So you also make yourself comfortable looking out into the night. The fire now very much died away, just faint glowing red embers in that immediate vicinity, and really just relying on your dark vision as you look out. And you see kind of just striding at the edge of your dark vision, this stag walks by just at the edge of your dark vision and stops and turns to look at you with a face of a skull.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Well, obviously it already sees me, so I'm gonna say, everybody get up. We got ourselves a dead stag situation.
And as you sort of like, you know, cry out like that and sort of move to whoever's the closest, maybe towards Tally, and you look back to keep an eye on it, it's gone.
Well, why'd you wake us up?
I saw this huge stag. It had a skull face. It just doesn't feel right. I think, yeah.
If you can't stay up through the entirety of your watch and are going to fall asleep during it, please feel free to wake me and I will take your watch.
Me? I'm not falling asleep.
Did
Can
you
we
not
go?
describe the horrifying vision that disappeared when you woke us all up?
I mean, given what we've seen, I don't think what I've said is terribly unlikely.
Can one of us go see where she saw this skull elk?
Sure.
See if we see like footprints.
Yeah, investigation or survival could both unearth that.
I guess I'll do investigation. Got to get a good roll in tonight. Nope. I got one good roll so far. So.
Yep. You're like, oh, I found it, and you wave over, and like, I don't know if is Tally awake.
No, definitely not.
Okay, all right. Selva comes over and looks down, and very easily, Selva, those are bunny footprints.
Probably a
It is
necrotic
no-
bunny, but a bunny nonetheless.
It's not your fault. No doubt the inferior food of that last city we were in no doubt gave you nightmares.
Seems logical.
All right, you can go back to sleep, Zokar.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh man. All right.
Good luck, Alva.
All right. Everyone, go back to sleep.
All right.
Robot never got up.
And then Baratzun on the fourth watch.
Sure thing. Perception?
Mm-hmm. Okay. After being alerted to what Selva had experienced and having your guard out, it is a little unsettling given that you don't have, you know, the vision to see at the range that she did. So every little sound catches your attention as you try and squint into the darkness past the embers of the fire. You know, occasionally putting a little, you know, a stick in to keep the embers going and whatnot. But you feel this deeply unsettling sense of just somebody watching you, but you can't find any purchase, any sight of what this presence might be. And your watch passes without incident.
Okay, Zakar. All you, buddy.
I will make us a woodland stew. Go to sleep.
Oh,
For rest.
Yeah. All right.
Stew is agnostic.
True to the stew. Well, go ahead and give me a perception check and a culinary check.
Gotta hit that.
Oh, all right. So, again, keeping an eye out. The dawn is starting to approach at this point, lending some assistance to the range of your vision. And you do see, you know, the shadows that cling close. And especially as the light begins to settle through the trees, you see this fog that is clinging to the forest floor. Just at the edge of where your vision would have been. But You do not notice any trespassers or sign of activity, just a notice of this strange, dense fog that clings low to the ground, but didn't seem to come into your campsite as you whip up your morning stew.
Out this fog knows its place.
Offer it some stew.
I will let the rest of the watch pass while I grab any bird, critter, moral, mushroom, anything that I can use to make something that will provide sustenance, and use spices from my secret spice bag, and I will make it tasty-ish.
Excellent. Very good.
And again, my method of capture of woodland critters is just to grab them with my psychic hand.
Fantastic. I love it. Very good. All right. Well, with a hearty breakfast supplied, the party is ready to set out on their way once again, and I will take a survival check for your travels.
The ranger will do it again if I can find my correct window. All right, let's hope it works well. We'll never know. Hold on, I got to clear my D12 that I thought we were going to have to roll. There you go.
Oh, very nice.
We
Excellent.
shall survive.
You shall try.
Oh,
Come on. Where's mine? Gosh, why is this being so difficult? There we go. Some live editing. So, with that, you keep a good eye on your destination and your means of travel in that direction. You continue to see unsettling signs of the Lurkwood's current presence or what have you that gradually become more apparent over the course of the day. You are seeing more fungal growth that is sprouting up from between snow drifts that are hidden in the shadows. It is continuing to get colder as you go, and where the sunlight doesn't touch, these little drifts of snow have managed to remain even in this state of spring. And things get more quiet. There is less bird song. There are no squirrels crossing your path today.
aw.
But other than that, nothing specific happens over the course of the day to give you pause. Every so often, you just sort of get the sense that maybe I should go this way. And you do. And there's nothing to justify your sensation, but just something about your gut and your experience with nature pushes you one way or another. And it seems to be right, as nothing goes amiss.
Interesting. Well, my feline senses propel me forward.
Very good. And similarly to yesterday, as you have a good eye on the trail and a sense for your surroundings, you conclude the day by finding a reasonable spot to bunk down for the night.
Well, lovely. We can just do watches in the same order then.
Fair enough. So I think that was Tally first, right? So go ahead and roll perception then.
Oh boy, here we go. Not bad.
Okay. You keep an eye out into the darkness as dusk is falling, dinner is being prepared, and you keep an eye on the surroundings as people eat, and then begin to tuck in for the night to have a good rest. You settle yourself in for the latter portion of your watch, and you definitely notice with that perception check that the shadows cling a little tighter, and as soon as you can almost sense with your ranger's awareness the moment that the sun dips beneath the horizon and a mist begins to creep in towards your camp.
Ugh. My fur is going to get damp.
That'll bring us to Azure, I think, if we're going in the same order. Oh, you're muted, maybe?
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
Let's do the same thing.
Okay.
Hide and be sneaky.
Okay. You also notice now that perhaps your attention has been called to it, and you are very keen-eyed on this occasion, that there is indeed this mist clinging to the undergrowth and pressing against the outskirts of your camp, really just coming up to where the firelight stops at the edges.
I'll throw some more like logs onto the fire to make the keep the fire lasting.
Okay.
And I'll mention this to Selva when she wakes up
Mm-hmm.
when I go switch places.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Then we'll transition over to
Actu-
Self. Oh, sorry.
Can I take like a torch
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like walk a little bit towards the fog and see if it like dissipates as the light touches it?
Sure. As you sort of go in that direction, as your light approaches, it doesn't respond just to the presence of light with the torch, but as you sort of come forward and swing, it recoils and then fills back in.
Like more so than just doing that normally.
Yeah, there is almost this. I'm not sure.
Presence.
No, not so much a presence, but as it rushes back in, you can almost faintly hear just this sort of.
I don't think I can hear that.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's so
Darn it,
great.
ASMR mode. No, this soft exhale, like a sigh.
Don't like this at all. Don't like this at all.
No,
I'll
this
go
seems
wake up.
pretty awful.
I'll go wake up Selva and see if she has any. You're the magical person.
Okay.
I'm literally right here.
Oh, I forgot you are too.
Oh wait, I did
You're
not mean
not
to
up
do that,
next.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Actually, maybe I did mean to do that. What if
Okay.
yeah, what if I do like a little shower of sparks at the edge of our camp where the mist is creeping with prestidigitation?
Why
Okay.
would you ever not do a shower of sparks?
Right.
Yeah, I should just be doing that nonstop pretty much.
Basically. There is a little flash of light. Make a perception check, Selva.
Bloody hell.
You think you see something out of the corner of your eye, and you turn your attention to it. There's nothing there, and the mist is
no.
filling back in.
Okay. What did you like? How did you feel after your watch, Azure? How you feeling? Seems weird, right?
Just
Like,
something.
should we be taking turns on watch?
I don't
all
know.
the
The
people?
fog. The fog is just weird. Is what's throwing me off.
Right.
But it's not. It hasn't moved closer.
hmm
So I think you just keep the campfire going, and we should be fine.
Can I? Okay. All right. Well, we got a good bunch of logs here, so I'm gonna throw a couple on there. But I'm gonna go walk up to the kind of fog and like try to touch it and try to notice if it's similar to like typical mist and just does it seem like natural? What does it do?
Sure. Make a nature check. Okay. So
Pretty good.
you're sort of taking, getting a start to your watch as Azure goes back into his tent and curls up to have his rest, and you're sort of pondering to yourself about this circumstance that you find yourself in, and you're like, it kind of comes to you, that second sense that you recently seem to have about weather and the strange feeling in the air that sometimes you can just sense on your periphery. And something just doesn't feel quite the same. And so you're sort of contemplating on that for a little bit. And then so you go over towards the fog. Go ahead and move yourself, whichever direction you're moving off in.
Okay. Where is Zokar? Where's your? Oh wait, did you set up your little like trap thing?
It's actually it's tapped, and it can be heard up to 10 feet. So it's basically in the middle of the camp.
Okay. I'm gonna peek off over here.
Okay.
Okay.
And you come over in that direction, and you sort of like, you're just at sort of the periphery of the mist and reaching down into it to sort of scoop your hand through. And as you do, you can almost pick it up. It like pools in your hand and overflows. But it doesn't fall out of your hand. It just keeps flowing over the edge and doesn't seem to run out. And as you're just sort of transfixed by this, everything around you goes dark.
Oops.
And let's go ahead and roll initiative with D12s.
Oh no!
Okay, this is perfect. Yeah.
So for whatever reason, mine didn't come through, but my initiative is a 7.
Okay.
And then Hannah, make sure you add your dexterity to it as well, or your initiative bonus.
My dexterity. Oh, is
Yeah.
that proficiency?
There's an
So-
initiative bonus just in the middle of your character sheet, right above
Oh.
your.
Yeah, two.
It's like by armor class.
Let's see. And so Zokar is a 15. My goodness. Azure is a 12. Baratzun.
Yeah, 1 second.
I forget he has that intelligence bonus to his.
I know,
initiative.
right?
Like, why did you roll +7? It's pretty good.
Yep.
Time wizards.
Artificiers.
No.
Artificiers. You said it when he's not here. Is this going to be the inside joke behind his back?
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
We're doomed.
I'm going to do...
This is fine.
This is fine.
Bog monsters.
Yeah.
Just some fog monsters. Like, what's the worst that could happen?
There's been no bad movies like that,
We all get turned into fog. What's the worst that could happen?
It might be an improvement, honestly.
Right?
Oh,
I-
don't-
Oh,
I
maybe we
like
can like go
it.
through cracks and like I don't know.
Never touch anything again.
It's like some serious consideration of the benefits of being a fog. So, good thought.
You can fly. You just can't survive a gusty day.
Mhm. Okay. So, we can actually get started. Zokar wins initiative, but is not yet aware, so he is missing his turn. But then Selva is next. Now, I have put on the map an aura of this darkness that surrounds you. So, technically, no one else is awake to notice this, but just from a meta perspective, there is actual darkness surrounding you. So, you cannot see anything, but it is your turn.
Great. So obviously, even with dark vision, I am completely in the
Correct. Yeah.
okay.
Which you're not used to. So I mean, you are used to being able to see in the dark. So the fact that things have gone black to you is new and unsettling.
Mhm. Okay. I would like to I guess I could. Can I move? Let me try to move toward where I aware camp is.
Sure.
I'm gonna move.
Now just move one square if you would,
Yeah.
please.
Okay.
Ah!
Okay. Does a 16 hit you?
Oh, bloody heck. Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I don't like this at all.
Ooh, okay.
So nobody else is aware that this is.
I was gonna say, no one else is aware that this is happening yet. You can shout out, as you probably will when you take this damage, as you sort of step towards camp. There is this slashing. You feel this piercing cold, this bitter, driving cold that cuts across the side of your torso as you take 9 points. Or no, sorry. 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Well, that's not good.
So yeah, obviously I'm like, I yelp out, like,
Well, that probably wakes me up.
help.
I was gonna say, yeah, people would reasonably be awake now, or after this turn, but you may continue with your turn.
Okay. Am I? Let's see. Do I have like an AOE attack? Can I? So I moved. I can do a bonus action and I can do a spell, right?
Yes, and for clarification, you may continue moving further if you want. It's just from a meta perspective, what happened there is you just provoked opportunity from somebody.
Okay. Can I do tempestuous magic to fly 10 feet in the air and surround myself with gusts of air and see if I can like go higher than the darkness and see if I can see anything?
Sure.
And then so I can do that before. Sorry, it's like my first bonus action I've done. So
No worries.
so since I can do that before a spell of first level, does that mean if I can like get up and see, like, can I shoot while I'm in the air, or is it like I'm flying up and then I'm down and then I'm shooting?
I would say you can shoot while you go up, but you will have to commit to casting a spell. Like as the magic is building within you, you can rise up and choose your target.
Okay. Then I'm going to I'm gonna do tempestuous magic, and I'm gonna shoot like into the center of the darkness a jolt. I'll just do a jolt.
Sure. So Jolt is actually a cantrip, so that would not be eligible for tempestuous magic. So it does have to
I'll
be.
do it. I don't want to waste that. Oh gosh, sorry.
No worries. I ambushed you.
Yeah, okay, fine. I'll do a chromatic orb. I have 2 hit points left, so let's do it.
Oh,
Sure.
God.
Okay, go ahead and roll with disadvantage. You cannot see your target, unfortunately, in the circumstance.
Okay, and so the tempestuous magic, that didn't like help anything?
You fly up and still everything is black. You're not sure if that means that it's big, a big aura, or if it's following you or what, but all you know is you are still surrounded by darkness.
Okay. I have to do this at level 1 then? Okay.
Whoa! Even with disadvantage, that should be a hit on your quarry. Yeah, that's a hit.
Nice.
Oh, sorry, I have to do the other one.
Oh, yep, go ahead and do damage.
Sorry.
A hit. Oh.
Oh, I get to pick. Okay, well, it's cold. I could do fire, which is also light, and it sighed when Az did the torch thing, so let's do fire.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So, Selva, it's strange that you cannot see it, but you feel the fire burn within your hands as you hurl it to where you felt this pain originate from. Firing blind into the darkness, but you just have this fury as you strike out. And there is just the tiniest flash and then a bright, blinding light that shines out. I need you to roll a Constitution save.
Oh no!
Oh, well, I'm dead.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You shield your eyes and wince, and then as you sort of blink and the vision clears, you see again. The darkness has gone away, and there is just a pile of ash on the ground.
Wow, you killed it.
But it is at that point that you also look around. Whoopsie, no, don't zoom in, don't zoom in. It is at that point that you look around and realize that you just killed 1 out of 3.
Jesus.
This is fine.
1 out of 3.
Bad guys.
Yeah, do we know what they look like?
Well,
Yeah.
yep, getting there.
Okay.
And so this one, oops, I've got to get my layer correct here.
I don't like this.
Are other people like waking up, or does that have to happen like within their turn?
It will, on their turn, they will get their bearings.
Okay.
But, let's see, give me 1 hot second here to get rid of your aura.
Woohoo!
Because as that happens, should have made little things for this. Let's see. As that happens, the others that had prepared actions go off. So you see them briefly as there is this sudden explosion of light before the light of your campfire is doused by an aura.
Oh no.
Whoops. Come on. I wanted that to be visible. Oh, there we go. Gotta do that.
Oh my god.
All right. So, Selva, that was your bonus action and action. You may continue to move, though, if you should wish to.
Might hang tight for a minute out here. I might move. Is this thing like solid? Like
So now that you are actually outside of it and you can see, you look over and there is just this roiling mass of mist, but it is jet black. It's the same consistency and twisting elements, and you can almost see like snarling faces appear in it or screaming visages, but it is jet black.
okay. And then just one final question. Each square represents how much distance?
5 feet.
5 feet. Okay, I'm actually gonna hang out here and but obviously like continue yelling to wake everybody up and say like there's 2 left.
Okay. Azure, you are startled awake by Selva screaming in pain and some amount of triumphantness.
And I'm in the dark.
I was gonna say, yes, you are indeed in. So you wake up, and again, you are used to having dark vision. You should have a sense of what's going on, but everything around you is just pure black.
Boy. And everyone else is where they are on the map right now.
Correct.
Okay. I will get up and move out of my tent and just listen, see if I can hear anything.
Sure.
So I can do it as a bonus action, make a perception check.
Okay.
Because of my fanciness.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do that. And basically, I kind of want to know. I know where everyone else is. They are more to my left.
Yeah.
Just want to see if I can kind of get pick up on this person.
Yeah, I would say that, unfortunately, you hear some movement over in this direction.
That's too close to where I think Baratsoon would be.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just take out my crossbow and take the dodge action.
Gotcha.
And just be ready to. I'm actually going to move closer to Selva. So that was 15, 5, 10, 15. That's as far as I can move, I think.
Okay, sounds good. Then that brings us to Baratsune. You wake. Not an unfamiliar sensation. You can't see anything. That is somewhat to be expected, but there's no hint of firelight either.
Can I still feel the heat of the campfire?
Yes. Yeah, very astute observation.
Okay. And I can hear Selva shouting over there.
Yeah.
So I will walk in that direction, trying to stay close to the fire.
Okay.
Um,
Now,
I don't know if I...
so you can only move 3 squares because remember that standing up takes half of your movement.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I get that far.
There we go. Okay. And then anything action or bonus action wise?
I can't see anything. I have nothing that I feel like throwing out into the darkness.
Okay.
So,
All right. That will bring us to them. So let's see here. This one. So, Azure, you at this point can hear and sort of almost sense something coming and lunging towards you through the darkness. You are dodging. You cannot see it, so it's just neutralizes out to a straight roll and a miss. So you just sort of, you hear this breath and you feel the dagger swing in front of you as you just duck back to the side and feel the mist swirl around you. And actually, I should check. Does that one have a multi-attack? He does, so he's going to try again. Natural 1. Jesus.
Ooh.
And then this one, going to
Lucky half elf.
move in on Zokar and take the advantage since he is unseen. Ooh. Well, I guess it depends on whether Zokar's wearing armor or not.
I'm not.
Okay, then...
Armor, I'm actually not there. That's my armor.
Oh!
Sleeping in a tent.
Ah! I love it. I love it. Can your armor be hurt at all or anything like that?
No, but he's free to hit it, and when he does, there's a prepared thing that's going to happen.
Yep. So, yeah, there is a satisfying clank as the the armor is struck and you hear the scraping of metal on metal.
And then it goes, halt! Who goes there?
A little late.
Right. But all right, well, yeah, you dodged a nasty sneak attack there, but now the jig is up. And yeah, so that was a pretty useless turn from them. Tally, you wrap out the bottom of initiative.
Given that I now heard the halt who goes there and the scraping of metal, can I have a pretty good sense of where this scout is?
Yes.
Okay. Because I should be able to
I was gonna say,
get it.
yeah, I was gonna say you cannot see, so there will still be disadvantage, but the location is firmly known.
Location is firmly known. Okay, well, I think that sounds fine by me. I will, what will I do? I will cast a spell, I think. Yes, I do.
Ooh.
I will cast Zephyr Strike, which means once before the spell ends, I can give myself advantage, so I will negate the disadvantage on firing a bow shot at him.
Okay.
I will assume I'm using up all my movement by stringing my bow and standing up.
Sure.
So I will try to see if I can shoot him.
Zephyr Strike sounds like a synth pop band or something.
13. That's not so good.
13 unfortunately misses. You can almost you hear the sort of like the skidding of your arrow fletching brushing against leather as it skids off their body.
Got it. Okay.
All right. And that oh, sorry.
No, actually, I then, because of Zephyr Strike, get an additional 30 feet of movement,
Oh,
and I'm gonna back up out of the darkness.
gotcha. All right, so yeah, as you sort of stumble backwards to get some distance, you find the darkness fading away, and you are now in the normal. Although actually, oh yeah, you have dark vision, so the firelight is gone because obviously it's inside the cloud. But you can look around by sort of the pale starlight and get a vague sense of what's going on.
Well, hi, Selva.
What the heck is happening?
I don't know, but I shot an arrow at something.
Well done.
Oh, I didn't hit it.
Good try.
All right, that brings us to Zokar.
I will say that I am sleeping in this tent to the right of me.
Uh-huh.
Unless someone was already sleeping in that. I'm sorry, I was eating.
Oh, no worries.
Sorry, guys. So I will say I'm sleeping in the tent to the right of that. So what I will do is touch it and cast Catapult, and basically through the space that I know the thing to be.
Okay, all right. That requires a dex save from the target. Yeah, okay.
Yes, it does.
Oh. Let's see here.
Can it see this thing coming? Does it get disadvantage on its dex save?
It is aware of this coming, and it rolls a 15 total, so just makes you.
Okay. So yeah, I don't think anything happens.
All right.
It's one of those.
Yeah.
Does good damage. Doesn't do anything. So you see a tent. For those of you who are not in the darkness, you see a tent come flying out of the darkness.
Great. I'm here for it. All right, Selva. Zokar, you can go ahead and move your token to where you are actually standing since the jig is up.
I will actually move into my tokens space.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't have the action to. I don't have the. Is it a bonus action to get? Let's check. Let's find out how my character works. Things I should.
Selva's on deck, by the way, after we get this squared away.
I can don it as an action, but I can deploy or retract the helmet as a bonus action. So I'm just going to stand next.
Gotcha. All right.
That's my turn.
Very good. Selva, then?
Okay. Well, so I'm also like due to the sound and everything, I am aware of like where that scout is, right?
You're actually aware where both of them are because they have not been able to take the hide action. They are purely relying on this darkness to conceal them. So their location is known.
So when a spell says like I have to see them, is like perceiving them enough, or do I have to literally see them?
You have to literally see them in that case.
Okay, well then, since it worked last time, I'm gonna do another chromatic orb at level 2 to the one by Zokar.
Okay, you'll have disadvantage, but it's worth a shot.
You're gonna slaughter the entire party members.
Oh boy. All right, well, here we go with heavy crits.
I thought she has disadvantage.
Oh, that's right. God, I got so excited for you, Selva. I'm so sorry.
Briefly got excited.
Yep. Unfortunately, a 13 is going to miss. Oof. False alarm.
Could have been.
Yeah, could have been. All right. Anything from a bonus action?
Oh, what do I got? No.
Okay. That will bring us to Azure.
We're using Natasha's like additional rolls, right?
For the most part, yeah.
Okay. Well, I use my bonus action to aim at this thing in front of me.
Fair. Yep, I'm here for it.
Steady aims. Bonus action, give myself advantage on my next attack roll,
Hmm.
but I can't move.
Right.
So I will pull out my short sword and just take a whack at this thing that's in front of me.
All right.
So normal roll. That's pretty good.
That'll do. Absolutely.
I think it might automatically roll sneak attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just 8.
All right. Very good. All right. You feel your sword connect as you feel like leather armor, and there is this sort of like raspy gasp that actually curse. It's like half of a curse in Elvish. And that will bring us to Baratsun.
Should understand it, right?
Yeah.
I would understand it.
Oh yeah, me too.
And I will shout that there's one more over here.
Okay. I heard that. I'm gonna go up next to where I hear you and shoot burning hands at where I think the enemy is.
Ooh, all right. Dexterity save. Ooh, that's a success.
Is burning hands half damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, 4 fire damage. All right, there is, kind of another little gasp as this creature reacts, but it doesn't seem too terribly phased. Anything else from Baratsun?
Nope.
All right. Well, he's not a fan of. Well, actually, that was a lot of damage from Azure, so he's gonna. Actually, he's got 2 attacks. He'll go on both of you. Go for Azure first. Yeah, that'll do. That's a 20.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, and whoops, no.
I don't have that thing yet, do I? I think that's a high level thing. Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Ooh, this is gonna tickle. And 18 points of piercing.
That's the exact number you needed.
Oh!
No.
And then trying for Baratsun. Over 20.
TPK,
Oh,
guys.
Over 20.
I can't even help you. I don't have any healing.
How much over 20?
Oh, fair point. A 23.
Okay.
Okay.
No reactions.
Gotcha. 15 points of piercing.
Okay.
Good lord.
And then the scout is going to go after Zokar. And
Sneak away.
that
I'll be right back.
is a 22.
Yeah, that definitely is. My unarmored body.
Oh dear. Yeah, understandable. He rolls on the poor side though, so that's 10 piercing damage.
Flesh wound.
And that'll bring us to Tally.
Cool. I am going to summon my Draco friendo.
Oh, yeah.
So Sophie shows up. Sophie. Here. Hi.
Ah!
Actually, Sophie, because it's a spot I can see. So Sophie actually shows up there, walks here, and goes and attacks.
Excellent.
I think I'm gonna have to do this manually because of the
Oh, the Unearthed Arcana not being.
I don't know if I'll get a button for this.
Yeah.
So I get a bite. So it's a +5 bite. So let's see what happens. And it's poison unless I say otherwise.
Gotcha.
So 21.
Yeah, that'll do. Does she
So,
have like blind sense or anything special?
blind sensor, I don't believe so.
Then she will be suffering from the disadvantage if she can't see her target.
Let me see here. Dark vision, but no blind sense. Let's try another attack.
Okay.
Good luck, baby.
Precise smell.
Nope.
Oh, nope.
That's fine because they have other functions. So,
Mm-hmm.
yep, that's it. That's my turn.
Okay. Back up to the top with Zokar.
Okay. I am going to leave my armor there in that spot, and then I'm going to walk to here, and then I'm going to cast Thunderwave.
Oh,
Fuck this guy.
yeah. Okay. Constitution. Oh, that's a dirty fail on Constitution. Let's see. So 8
Take
thunder.
I say I, enjoy the powers of the Weather Witch.
All right, very good. So, and then that's a 10-foot push.
Oh, my tent.
Right. That will bring us to Selva.
Salva, you're muted.
I
Sorry,
think-
there's an ambulance going by before.
Oh
so,
yeah, no worries. It looked like you were thinking, so I wasn't too concerned yet.
Just
Okay. For if I was going to use twinned spell, does that mean like my one roll determines both uses, or would I roll for either? Or, I mean for both.
Yeah, you'll roll for both of them.
Okay. Well, since most of my spells require me to see somebody except Chromatic Orb, I'm gonna Chromatic Orb it again with twinned spell. So I'm
Nice.
first going to aim at the one closest to me that Sophie attacked.
Okay.
Wait, okay. Oh, okay. So when I do twin spell, I couldn't do like one first level and one second level, or do they
No,
both have to
so when you twin spell, you are taking a single spell slot and doing it twice. So if you did this as a level 2, for example, it's going to hit both of them with level 2, and it's only going to cost you the one slot.
Okay, well then let's level 2 this.
All right.
Sorcerers are amazing.
Yeah, sorcerers are fun.
Let's level 2 this.
Oh heck.
Oof. All right, well, that misses the elder, but go ahead and
Another one.
try for the scout. That'll do it.
Okay. And I'm gonna do some lightning.
Okay. And so as this crackling orb of electricity that you know so well forms in your hand, and you just chuck it forward and it splits into these divergent globules, one of them just continues to crackle through the night, the other you hear with a satisfying impact. And the cloud of mist flickers and falters in front of you, and then you see another blindingly bright white explosion from where the scout was standing. Fortunately, nobody is within 10 feet of the scout, so there's no problems. But not only does the darkness go away, but you see a pile of ash.
Pile of scout.
All right. Nicely done, Selva. 2 for 2.
I know, right?
All right,
You don't
Azure.
even need us. Okay, let's roll this natural 20.
Yeah, do it.
Oh,
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
oh,
Manifest it.
yeah, that's success.
Yeah, all right. Stable, or stabilizing, I should say. Baratsun.
All right, so I can see this guy that's right in front of me now, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
How messed up does he look?
He looks okay. He's gotten a couple solid there's definitely some impacts on him. Oh no, let's see. Yeah, he's still okay. He is not bloodied.
Okay. Cool. What I want to do then? How does this one work? I'm just going to throw a level 2 Burning Hands in such a way as to hopefully not hit Sophie.
Gotcha.
See how that goes.
All right. Let's see, dexterity. 15, I think. It's his bonus. Yep, his bonus. There we go. So yeah, he is at a 15, so he'll take 6 damage.
Cool.
Which does succeed at bloodying him, at least.
Okie doke.
All right. Which brings us to his turn, and he's not a huge fan of that. So he is going to attempt to retaliate. He no longer has advantage, so he's just making 2 attacks. Oh, not bad though. An 18 and a 19.
Okay, I am going to cast Shield.
Does that take care of both of them, or only the 18?
Yes. No, it puts me at 21 AC.
Oh,
So
spicy.
should be good.
Just sort of carves off you with this short sword, and now you can see this slightly hunched figure that has, like a cowl or a mask pulled over the lower portion of the face, this hood, and these dark black clothes that are just like tightly wound over the whole body, and you just see these 2 points of pure white, almost golden light where there should be eyes, just sort of snarling at you, and you can faintly sort of hear this. What languages does Baratsune speak?
Abyssal, Common, Deep Speech, Elvish, and Gith.
Okay. You do not recognize what it says this time.
Hmm.
All right. And that will bring us to Tally.
Cool. Tally's going to shoot an arrow at him now that Tally can see him without disadvantage.
Yeah.
That probably does it.
Oh, yeah.
So as a reaction, Sophie is going to add a d6 to my damage.
Nice.
So he takes 8 piercing and then another 4 poison.
All right. As Tally jumps up in there with a bite to, inflict her poison and aid you, there is, now you finally see it for the first time, this sort of buckling over as she bites in, and this light starts to shine out from between the clothing where she's ripped, and there is a exploding outward. I won't bother because the combat is over, but there you make a Constitution saving throw, and maybe, well, actually, Azure, because he's unconscious, might wake up blinded, but it fades in time.
Well, that sucked. Does anyone have any ability to heal Azure? Because I can't. I can do a medicine check, but that's about it.
I will quickly walk over to Azure, take out some of my artificer tools, and start poking him in places, and then I will cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay, I was a little nervous about where you were going with that. Like, do you actually know how to heal?
Good.
Yeah. Take 12 points of healing.
I can't see.
Oh no, the nightmare continues.
Kind of swing
Wow.
around.
That sucked.
Sucked.
Thank
Nothing
you.
sucks. That's fine.
Sophie comes over and snuggles on.
You are welcome, Azure. And then I will reach down, like, one hand, clasp him, like, on the full arm, and yank him up to his feet.
Yeah. Thank you. So was there anything left of these creatures, or is it just a pile of ash now?
I was gonna say there are 3 piles of ash.
I
So
would
their
like to make
clothing,
an
weapons-
Arcana check.
You may definitely make an Arcana check.
I'm not even sure what I'm trying to figure out. We'll see what my instincts tell me.
Yeah. As you're sort of size, obviously these were magical creatures of some sort. They definitely had intrinsic, strange abilities. They maybe were tied to this fog, something. And whatever, it seems that their forms were very tenuously held together. If this damage caused them to literally explode and burn to ash, but as for specific origins or further details, it's not something that you've heard of before.
Interesting. Mysterious, even.
Is Selva, you said, took piercing damage, yes?
Mhm. Yeah, I have 10
Uh,
points, and
I'm gonna
yeah,
walk over.
You can nap.
I'm gonna walk over to Selva and inspect her wound.
Okay, make a medicine check.
I'm not trying to heal it. I'm trying to inspect it and see if it's bleeding.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. It's although as you touch her, that space is quite cold. And Selva, you're starting to warm up, as the firelight is getting to you again and whatnot, but you felt cold.
Oh no.
I will take out a small, intricately runed, although it looks half finished, glass vial, and I will uncopper it, and then I will kind of twist my head in that way that I sometimes do, and I will actually pull a drop of blood that will just kind of float in the air and deposit in this ruined bottle, which I will then close and put into my person without making any further comment, and I will tell Selva, you should get that bandaged. Sit by the fire.
I'm gonna say, check in with me next time you take part of my literal person, and also, I still haven't forgiven you for accusing me of hallucinating in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Sophie hisses at him.
I'm oblivious to all of this. It's
Oh, I know.
it's
Oh, I know.
not penetrating the skull.
It's more for the whatever. What do we call the physical people, not the gift people?
Primies.
The
I mean,
primes, the materials.
I'm familiar with your etiquette. I just don't feel like telling Zokar he can't do something.
Oh my god.
That's
Speak boldly and carry a big sword.
that's a good wizard motto. I understand this etiquette, but I don't wish to intercede. Goodness.
Whew. Do we go back to sleep?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tally and Sophie are
Um,
gonna cuddle up in their tent. Meow.
I'll look over at my tent, which has been smashed.
Oh no.
So funnily enough, I actually bought 2 tents for some reason. So I'll whip out the other tent that I have.
Oh my god.
And I'll
Love
mark
it.
one off.
I love it. This is what happens when you shop with a 5-finger discount.
Hey, I actually bought everything I own.
Sophie and I will cuddle to sleep, and then an hour and 45 minutes after I fall asleep, she just disappears.
Yeah. It's okay.
I'm gonna. Oh, go on.
Go ahead.
It's not important. I was just gonna say Selva's gonna kind of sit by the remaining fire and kind of come down from the almost panic attack, because I don't understand everyone is so nonchalant after what just happened.
Oh, I'm shaking after I almost died.
Right.
Nah, I'm nonchalant.
Yeah, fair enough.
Zokar will immediately fall asleep until it's his turn back in the order with the practice soldier, I can sleep anywhere and I need to get whatever sleep I can of it all.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right. Well, the remainder of the night passes, thankfully, blissfully, uneventfully. You do sleep in a little bit later as you are, recovering from what transpired, but you do successfully get a long rest and get to heal yourselves back up as may be necessary and begin your day.
In the morning, as we're eating, I will sort of be like, we were attacked in the middle of the night. We have a decision. We can continue on our mission, or we can form Rachma and go out after those who would dare attack us and show them the error of their ways, or eliminate them as a future threat completely.
Well,
Vote?
I think we continue with our mission.
yeah. We also killed the beings that attacked us. Unless you believe there are more out there, I am not sure it would behoove us to go chasing after shadows when we have a more clear target that we're
Yes,
heading
I think
for.
we continue on our journey. I think we have a mission and we're being paid for it, and we do it.
They clearly stalked us. Sorry, continue, Azure.
I don't even know if we can find them. I'm not familiar with the
They
area.
stalked us. They stalked us while we were sleeping. They attacked us. They deeply injured 2 of you and got serious injuries on 2 others. I dislike this affront to our honor.
Again, if you have any leads, we could track those down, but I don't know how we're going to they puffed away into ashes. To the best of my arcane knowledge, nothing else does that. This is very weird. Never heard of it before.
Maybe we should take
In
some
the
of the ashes
morning,
with us. So if they come after us again, we can be like,
Wonderful.
this is your pals. This will happen to you if you cross us again.
a wonderful idea. Perhaps we could divine on them as well. In the daylight, is there any tracks from them? Now that we can sort of actually fully see.
Make a survival or perception check. Okay, very good. Zokar, looking around the vicinity, you do not find any disturbance anywhere around. No underbrush that has been disturbed. Certainly no tracks.
Very odd.
Do we still have that feeling that shadows are clinging and things feel off, or has that disappeared with the death of them?
That is still make an insight check. Okay. There is Selva, you even still now, sorry, I should put this the other way around. There is a relief as you wake up in the morning and everyone is contemplating this and whatnot. And there is the light that comes from the sun and the relief to looking around and seeing everything restored. And you don't have that sensation of being watched anymore.
That's good.
But you still feel cold.
Hmm.
Cool.
And Azure feels cold.
Oh no. I mean, we are pretty far north.
Oh boy. Well,
Can I look at the wound I received?
Sure.
See if it's still I don't know, something.
Yeah, make a medicine check.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. It's a nasty deep cut that has scabbed over in a very sort of almost like a bubbly way. Like it's not a flat scar. It's like Yeah.
Ew. So I think we should definitely keep going because we should try to get to some kind of something rather than be out in the woods running after shadows.
Hmm. I'm afraid
Yeah.
Azure and I are going to turn into like necrotic buddies pretty soon or
I
something.
Those
think
things.
that's the thing. Let's go.
All right. Well, as you gather all of your affairs together and begin your trek again, Tally, go ahead and give me a survival check for the day's travel.
Sorry.
No worries.
Okay, survival. Beep. Continues to go well.
Very good. You do indeed keep keep a keen eye on your surroundings and what is transpiring. You're very alert and whatnot, and feel this a sense of comfort to an extent that there is no longer the sensation that you're being watched. The forest is still strange and dark in places. Snow still clings here and there, but you feel confident about your path. You follow your gut again and again as you are traveling, and just about maybe about half an hour before sunrise, or I should say, for most of the afternoon, the terrain has been starting to slope upward and become more rolling as you're coming through forested foothills. And just with about half an hour till sunset to go, you crest out of the trees.
Can I interject something along the trip to this point?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, sorry.
Rewind just very
Yep.
At some point, as we're doing our wandering, obviously Tally in the lead, when there's a good time for me to like saddle up or slide up to Selva, I will kind of like clear my throat.
And
I
I kind of like immediately take like 5 steps away and I'm like, you need something?
I wished to explain so there would be no confusion between us. We are squadron mates, and I sense from your actions that you are displeased with me, and I wish to avoid that as we go into the coming battle. You seemed displeased that I thought perhaps you had fallen asleep on watch. There was no offense intended, but obviously offense was taken. I myself have occasionally drifted off and found myself startled awake. I thought that's what it was. Obviously, when these creatures attacked us, it proved your suspicions true. Please accept my. And he kind of like mealy mouth
I know,
throws
I'm
the
like,
word out. Oh,
okay. Well, I can see that was more difficult for you than the battle that we just fought. So I accept your apology. And but I am curious why you stole some of my hemoglobin.
Hemogoblin? Where?
My blood.
Well, I had a good reason, and it's a surprise for later. It's, I believe, you helped me with my armor, and I wish to help you, but it's not done yet. But it will be done.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
It's not done yet, but the next time I have a few days, it will be done, and I think you will like it. It's I don't want to ruin the surprise, but I was gonna need your blood for it anyway, and this way I didn't have to ask for your blood because you were already bleeding, and I thought that would be easier.
Great.
I can't fault the logic.
Yeah. Selva is has taken like a harsher line with Zokar, but mostly she's just kind of amused by him and like, yeah, that sounds really lovely, Zokar. Thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you. On these hills, onward through these hills.
Very
Hey
good.
guys, I think I see something up ahead.
And indeed, yes, as the trees part and you come to the base of the nearest mountain, the foothills of the nearest mountain, they're sitting atop a singular hill, lonesome and by a strange edifice of grandeur in this otherwise wilderness space. This large stone mansion sits atop the hill, sitting heavy and brooding, its long eaves almost sagging down, the grimy curtain windows, sort of almost half-lidded eyes staring out towards the forest as Chalet Brantifax stands abandoned and alone. And that is where we will pick up next week. Slightly shorter this time around. You know, we got folks traveling. There's a lot going on. So hopefully folks have enjoyed, and we shall pick up with the exploration of Chalet Brantifax next time.
John.
Because Brendan never learns his lesson and never writes down these things that he has on his calendar beforehand. Present day Brendan is going to jump in here and tell you guys about, next episode.